I'm gonna do this by hand. Yeah, right turn signals, left turn signals. To me, this one moment, it now feels like a car. A couple of people heard that this car gained some COVID weight and decided to reach out to me and do something about it. Now, of course, I could be more disciplined with what I eat and actually shed the quickest amount of weight from the car, but no, we're just gonna get new cool things that do it for me. So the guys over at AWD reached out and sent me this. This is the quickest way to lose a insane amount of weight. Look at that. This right here is one of the most unfair advantages I think that this car will now have, and instantly sheds whatever it is, 30, 50 pounds of weight. That's a full battery. This is a 1500 cranking amp. They call it 40 amp hour. This thing's absolutely nuts. Not only is it a light lithium battery, look at that. This is throwing me off because even for me, you shouldn't be able to take a battery like this. Like, this is fake. What you see here is this is actually a very smart battery. And I was asking them about it because I was like, I see all these features on your website that you're mentioning, but it actually has the ability to get shorted out and be fine. It has the ability to have a jump started if you kill it. There's just so many different things going on with this that are mind-blowing. So we'll go over all of that. We're gonna go ahead and swap out the Optima and see just how much weight we save. So we're actually gonna use a little baby scale like this because we know that we're definitely under 50 pounds, but let's see how much this thing weighs. 15 pounds, 4.2 ounces. That's pretty damn impressive. This is like the biggest one they make too. This is one of the highest powered units. Like I said, 40 amp hours. We're gonna take the old battery that was in the 4-rotor. Mind you, this is not the big battery that's in there, so it had a harder time struggling to start. Let's see how much this one weighs. The other one's gotta be even more, but we're talking 33 pounds just on this one alone. I couldn't lose that much weight that quickly. Almost 20 pounds lost. On a car, especially something like this, as we go to do time attack, this was the easiest, simplest way to do that. I wanna pull the battery that's in the car right now out and see how much that one weighs, because that one's even bigger than this one. This is the big one. Okay. Yeah, there we are. So this is 40 pounds. Like I said, this one's actually more comparable to that one. And we're talking 25 pounds knocked off, 26 pounds instantly, just gone. Like, where else could you get that off of a car other than not eating for 3 weeks and wearing a sweat bag and you're trying to cut weight for wrestling? Not that it reminds me of traumatic old memories, but that is just insane, just instantly gone, making the battery not so much of an issue as to where you're putting it in the car. If you guys remember, any of you have done battery relocation, you're like, oh crap, am I balancing or off balancing the car? Doesn't matter. You can just put the battery wherever you want. Let's compare the numbers on this one. Of 1,000 cranking amps, 800 cold cranking amps, and then this is 50 amp hour, this is 40, so it does have one up on that, but this one beats this one. This one is 1,500 cranking amps. So this will flow the juice that this one will struggle a little bit more. That's still a lot. Don't get that wrong. It's one of the biggest ones that are out there, but 1,500, kind of obvious. We might hear better or faster starting times with this one, much less all the other obvious benefits. This is something that I'm new to and I love because of a fear I have about this car, is that certain things will drain the battery, but it comes with this. So this little key fob right here is actually used for the jump start. That I suspect that the battery keeps a percentage of it aside, that if it drains itself down, it's still got a little bit built into there that you basically say, hey, well, look at that. Hey, let's get it ready, and then you'll have enough to jump start the car a couple more times. So that alone makes me feel good. Something I'm really interested in and I was concerned about is the fact that this does say 12.8 volts. And you want to keep it under 14.4 while you're charging. So my alternator can do 14.6, but by the time it gets through the wiring and goes to the battery's actually seeing closer to 14.4. So this is not a 16 volt setup. This is not, super advanced. This is something that almost every single car could use, given the Group 47 H5. Anybody with that shape could use this exact battery. So I have a little quest for Chris. I want you to be able to take the red top and then just simply do an arm extension like that. I just want to give you guys a comparison of how much weight difference this is. Just straight up red. Do it with the anti-gravity. Oh my god. I think that illustrates, like, if you guys are wondering how much it weighs, or if you're like in the car and you're like leaning over, you know that feeling when the normal the normal battery like topples you, like you're like, oh crap, and you fall over.
Not gonna fit that way. Now take it the fuck back out.
What? You guys want food? He was pissed. He like complains like the white cat, just like he comes up to think about it. That noise is so funny. Look, this is as much as you're gonna let me pet you. He's so skittish. Like if you saw his own shadow, he'd freak out. I've made a okay, better than it was before, battery mount for now. It's not going to pass any sort of NHRA rules, but it's certainly going to hold this light ass battery in here. We're going to go ahead and plug it in because the one thing I want to test so badly is how much voltage and how it sounds when the starter engages. So we don't have anything else turned on at the moment. I'm just going to hit the starter and see if it sounds any more intense. That sounded so clean, so much better. It's got a big engine to turn over, and there's definitely more cranking amps on this thing. I'm sold alone on that, but I can guarantee if we go and look at the voltage as it's loading down, it's not going to drop so low that all of my other electronics will now see 8 volts, and then certain electronics will turn off because they're like, that's not 12 volts, I'm out. Crisis averted. She sounds clean, and we've got all of the intelligent things that a lithium battery comes with, at least the ones from Anti-Gravity. I am very happy. This is something Anti-Gravity sent me that I'm really curious to use. It's because I love data. This thing tracks up to 30 days of all of the battery's health. Fits into your existing hot and ground terminals. But cell phone app and through Bluetooth, it does a lot of stuff. One of the things I was concerned about was what's the voltage when you're cranking, when you're going down through the starter. My old battery on my ECU would see like 8 volts, and occasionally if it was bad, it would shut off. But this will tell us all the times that it started, all of that sort of stuff. A lot of really good information that'll be tracked in this, and you can get it straight from your phone. One of the things I was very worried about, and I'm telling you guys this as honesty because I think a lot of you can relate. I've heard a lot of weird things about lithium batteries, and one of them was charging them, maintaining them, voltages and all that. Well, C-Tech does make it's like a 8-step charger. So it is a special charger for lithium to maximize its life and health and all that. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Obviously, it does all the work. You don't have to do anything else. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this hooked up. I actually used the C-Tech one for my other stuff. So straightforward. But like I said, the lithium was my biggest concern. Let's see what happens when we plug it into the battery right now. So we were at step 1. It automatically went to step 2. I'm sure this last step, what's going up and down, I'm sure that's like the tending. Keep it maintained. We haven't even charged yet, and it started that strongly. While we did get a reprieve on the race date itself, that gives us a chance to do what is needed to be done. It's not all about performance. Obviously, we can make the power, but you gotta look good doing it. And one of the most important things to me is a saying that I say all the time in the shop. Mike just brought this in. It's not gonna look like that. Firing on all rotors, just kind of showing that we're just trying to give it our all. That's part of the look, but this is still a car, right? Well, check this out. Now, obviously, we've had the taillights working in the past, but let's take it up a notch. So you're like, okay, that's cool. Good modes of running lights. You saw earlier, we can do all the wild things, but check this out. We now have actual running lights around the entire car, all on one circuit. They're LED, so just out of a random fact, that's only 0.2 amps for all of that to run. So we can leave the running lights on and look cool, staging next to my competitor, or just mobbing down the street. Competitors, yeah. There'll be multiple once we take on what we're doing. That's awesome, but you guys stay up here. I'm gonna show you the next one. So my buddy Francis made these headlights for the 2016 SEMA show, and they're warming up right now. They've been ran now twice in the history of them, but they end up turning into almost the exact same color as the LEDs themselves. So we have the xenon, or the projection headlights. This is a very clean and ultimately a very bright setup. These also, by the way, take about 6.5 amps. So you can take a look over here. They're bright enough. Definitely want some light in front of the car when we're going. Not only that, we also have, I'm gonna do this by hand. Yeah, right turn signals, left turn signals. To me, this one moment, it now feels like a car. Like, I can actually take it on the street. Headlights, taillights, brake lights, running lights, turn signals, and including hazards, because that's just all your turn signals. We've got it all wired up. That is only half of the story. Making those circuits work is awesome. We've got lights, but I know you guys love to hate this. I love to love this. The stock steering wheel and the stock column, as you saw before, works. But now it's time to make the turn signals and the headlights all work. My brother set up this really nice, clean thing right here. Simple enough.
Uh-oh.
Oh, because I have the key on. Well, that's the other thing, is I got the fuel pumps plugged back in. We're going to test the inputs first, so we'll take a look at these right here. Okay, so I'm going to turn the left turn signal. Yeah, sure enough, left turn switch. That's right turn switch. There's running lights. And there's headlights. Okay, so we have all of those circuits working. So now I just need to tell this power control system to use those to turn those circuits on. Okay, so here we go. You can watch my hand. I'm gonna go, that's left, right, running lights, headlights. Oh my God, it actually worked. That on camera, that's the first time all of that's been plugged in. So I'm gonna take this up a notch. Let's watch these turn signals. Okay, so I've now turned on pulsing. Let's see. Okay, try another one. Okay, now where the magic happens is in the rear of the car. Oh, that's like perfect. Half a second on, half a second off. I've never actually seen it doing this. Keep that going, and we're gonna turn on the running lights too. So it should still be turning right. Yeah, these are definitely not DOT approved. And then last thing, I'm gonna press the brakes. Let's see if the brakes work. Okay.
Yeah, the third one's on too.
Oh, okay. The guy's got the third one working. So we got every circuit possible going on. It's the middle pedal. Oh yeah, much brighter. Let go of the brake? Yeah, okay. I like it. The hardest part, I think, about wiring these from scratch is logic. Headlights are awesome and all, working, but you know what one of the coolest parts of a 90s sports car is. So we got running lights and headlights.